everyone, and welcome to Gray Mane Gaming. Thank you for joining me once again. Today is Wednesday, which means it is our Wednesday show. Monday and Wednesdays, we do it from Dreamlight Valley. We have kind of a quasi kind of talk show, but it has not much to do with Dreamlight Valley. We just use this as a launching platform to talk about pop culture things. And so we only do it on Monday and Wednesday mornings from Dreamlight Valley. We have other Dreamlight Valley videos if you need help with cooking or the Alice in Wonderland stuff or anything else to do with Dreamlight Valley. There are videos on here in the playlist for Dreamlight Valley that can do that, so look there. But Mondays and Wednesday mornings are reserved for this kind of chat. I call it a chat session where I talk to subscribers. We talk about pop culture things, movies, video games, and all that jazz. Today we're going to talk about the contest. I really don't want to get into it, but we're gonna do that in a second. But first, let's talk about the Cheshire Cat Chaos event. It is still going on between now and the 20th. We have the Toy Story Realm, which has a quest you can do. You have to get 20 of the Cheshire Cat paws with your watering can. I think you get a mirror and a chair for that deal. So get 20. I think it's called Calm or something for the quest. And then you go to the Lion King realm. It's called Bungle Jungle, I think. And you do the same thing. You get 20 of the Cheshire Cat paw prints. And I believe you get a vanity for completing that quest, a rabbit vanity for completing that quest. And then starting tomorrow, May 15th, the Aladdin realm up here will open with paw prints on it. And you will do, again, 20 paw prints with your watering can. And that would reward you, I believe, with a cat or rabbit, something to do with Alice in Wonderland grandfather clock. So a total of 5 items for completing the event. The event runs until May the 20th. And that will conclude, I believe, the Alice in Wonderland update. For now, that's it. That will be the last event for Alice in Wonderland. So at least so far that we know of. And that will end on the 20th of May. So that is the Cheshire Cat Chaos event. What else do we have to talk about today? Today we have to talk about the contest. We have some stuff going on with gaming, Mario Kart, the Mario Kart AI scandal. Kind of not really a scandal, but is it a scandal? Maybe it is a scandal. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot about AI today. It kind of brings into focus the contest on my channel that's running right now. And I was talking to Ali about this last night. It really, I have been wondering. Listen, I ended the contest the last time. I said, I'm not going back to the contest. For me, it's not really worth it in the end because there's this, there's that. It's a lot of time, a lot of work for me. And I'm just a creator like any other creator. And the other creators, they don't pay their subscribers. They don't have loyalty, anything. They don't have anything, and some of them have 100 times the subscribers that I do, and they work less. They don't do contests. They don't pay out money. They work less. They do less videos, and they just seem to have something on my channel. Has to go more mainstream. I think losing the contest and stop paying out my hard-earned money to, because it's not working. It's not working. And what kind of pushed me over the edge was, listen, I work a lot in AI in my real life. I'm not going to really get into my real life, but over the last 2 years, I'm a writer in real life, but over the last 2 years, I've become I'm not going to pat myself on the back or blow my own horn, but I've been working in AI. I've been quite proficient in AI and sniffing out AI problems for for people and for companies and stuff like that. That's what I do in my real life. I'm not going to go into detail. It's a new technology and it's a new career path, that kind of thing. And I've been doing it now for about 2 years, just under 2 years, and so I've become quite proficient, highly trained in AI. And so I know what I'm doing. I know how to use it. I know how to take advantage of a lot of the things. And when it comes to my channel, I use AI. I use it on some things. If you look in my description, some of them are AI generated. The one for Alice in Wonderland on the videos here is AI generated. But I also use it to watch patterns. I use it to watch contest stuff, and I use it to put stuff in my video. So recently I've decided that a lot of people, when people play my contest, I'm kind of watching for patterns in the contest where a lot of the contest is auditory. So I'll say a keyword, and so it can be easily picked up through running a video through AI and using the transcript to pick up the keywords through auditory cues, right? Put in AI, please, you put in, please transcribe this video, and anything that uses keyword, please tell me what. So it's easy. It's easy to do. It's easy to cheat. And so I've started putting in text keywords in my videos now to kind of fool the AI. If you're using transcripts, if you're using AI to cheat, to line your pockets with my money without watching the videos, thus taking away from my videos, taking away from the animals that I support, taking any of the revenue that I pay back to you. In other words, you're kind of robbing your own pockets, because if you're not giving me the revenue through views, if you're not giving me the clicks, if you're not watching my videos, then you're actually taking away what I'm paying out on the channel. So in essence, you're robbing yourself, because I use the proceeds, I use what I get on this channel to pay back into the community. I don't pocket the money. I don't. I mean, as I said, I have my own work here. Allie's a nurse. We don't use any of the money from YouTube for our own personal. It's all for animals. So you're robbing my animals if you're cheating. And so if you're using AI, if you're using a bot to get the keywords out just to be scummy, just to get money from me, okay, just to cheat at the contest so you can get paid, then you're robbing my channel, you're robbing the animals that I support, and you're pissing me off in the process, which is why I stopped running the contest in the first place. Then I got messages from people, oh, maybe we just please run it. We don't, okay, fine. So I lowered the amount that I paid out, and the time period, so it wouldn't be as grueling for me. And I started placing text words into the videos, and immediately people stopped finding them. It's like, oh, okay, so if I don't have the auditory cues for AI to pick up, then I start noticing people aren't getting, or they used to get them all, right? They used to get them all, every one. Now suddenly these things are stopping. They're not happening anymore, where they're not getting every key. And I'm like, okay, a little sign here that something's going on, and maybe it's time to stop the contest, because people really aren't watching my videos. Now, you're not meant to watch every video. I've got hour-long videos, but don't put the keywords in if you're not going to watch the video. It's as simple as that. If you're going to cheat the system and you not watch any videos and just cheat the system and grab and pull the keywords out, well, I'm going to trick you, because in the end, I'm going to use other means. I'm going to use other means to plant keywords other than the auditory cues, and anything that, and I mean, I can fool AI. Believe me, I work in AI. I can fool it. And so if that's the case, and then it gets to a point of where I was talking about this with Alia last night, saying how disappointed I was, and she's like, "Why are you putting yourself through this?" She's like, "Why?" She goes, "You've got people out there that do Dreamlight Valley videos, that do gaming videos, who do absolutely nothing for their subscribers, who do absolutely nothing but sit there and play games, and they get 10 times the views." And she's right. Like, why am I putting myself through this? In the end, I could just be like everyone else. And the only difference is I'll never stop fighting for animals, and that's the only difference between me and other channels, is that this channel is for the animals. This channel will never be for Gray. This channel will never be to line my pockets, and that's the difference between me and a cheater, is that you're in it for yourself. You're not in it for the animals. You're not in it for my channel. You're in it for yourself, and that makes you, in my book, a piece of shit. It does. I'm sorry to say, that's the truth. Because you're just in it for your own gain. And I like to think of myself as a person that cares about animals, cares about other people enough to look beyond my own yard, to look beyond myself. And if the people of the world, when you start to think about only yourself, that's the problem with this world, if you ask me. When you only want your own personal gain, you don't give a rat's ass about anyone else. And if you don't give a rat's ass about my animals that I'm trying to support, that I'm trying to save lives on here, then let me tell you something. Take yourself out of my channel. Here's the door. Get the F out. I'm holding it wide open for, I don't care. Listen, subscribers, likes, whatever. I'm going to get them anyway. I do Fortnite videos. Look at my shorts. I do whatever. I'm going to get them anyway. I don't have to do a contest. I don't have to give people money. I do it because I think it's fun. I think that people enjoy it, and I enjoy. Until now. I enjoy it to a point where where you're slapping me in the face with it, where you're taking away from my animals, then I stop enjoying it and I start getting a little pissed off, which is where I'm at now. And Ali says last night, I was not a happy camper when I was going through these videos, and I'm like, they aren't finding. And she's like, "Why are you putting yourself through this?" She's like, "Why are you putting me through this? I don't do what you want with your channel, Gray, but handle it." So I'm handling it. This will probably be the end of the contest. I will not be paying out anymore. I will pay out the last one, the $50 on June the 2nd, and I will add up whoever is ahead now. I know who it is. And I will pay that out, and this will be the end of the contest. I'm just going to run a regular channel. I'm just going to run for now until I can, maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. I don't know. But as of right now, I feel like that I've been slapped in the face, that people are cheating. Listen, if you don't want to watch the video, fine, but I mean, that's fine by me. Again, as I said before, the keywords, you weren't meant to find every keyword, but when I see a pattern of you're finding the auditory keywords, but you're not finding the rest of the keywords through the video, it probably says that you're using AI to find the words through the transcript. That's why I turn off transcripts on this channel. I won't do it anymore. I'm just going to leave them open and end the contest on this channel as we know it. So I will pay out the winner on June 2nd. There will not be any more keywords. I am very, very angry about it. You have taken something from me that, to me, was good-hearted in intent. It was, for me, something that I enjoy doing, and I want to help other beings. I want to help animals, but there's greedy people out there who only want self-gain, and you are a piece of shit in the end for that, and it ticks me off. So if you're the cheater, I'm not going to call people out. I'm just going to say I'm going to pay out this contest, this last contest, the $50 on June 2nd, and then I'm going to call it a day for the contest on this channel for now. Until I come up with something better, something that is a little more foolproof, then we will see. But so that means you don't have to watch the videos, you don't have to cheat the videos. You do as you do with every other channel, and we move along. So there we have it. That is what's going on with the contest. That, you know what, there's always someone that's going to ruin it for everyone, and I apologize to the people who wholeheartedly and who honestly played the games. You did well, and I know who the loyal people are. I know who the ones that aren't. And I say to the loyal people who played these games, thank you very much. You are true supporters of the channel. I'm going to keep on keeping on with the channel, with the T-shirts, with the mugs, with all the products that are coming out for the channel. But Allie and I are going to, we have other things coming up. I just don't have the time this summer to be kind of messing around with it, so I've decided, at least for the summertime, the contests are going to be suspended. And if you read the rules, I have the right to suspend the contest at any time that I see fit, and I have the right to ban anyone and to disqualify them from the contest if I think that, for any reason. I don't even need a reason. I mean, you read the rules. But I am going to pay out the $50 for the person who is ahead at this point, at this moment, on June the 2nd. And that will probably end the contest, at least for the summer, until I can come up with something else. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I might calm down a little bit and just say, people are going to cheat. People, Allie said, you know what, you have to kind of take that. Last night, I mean, we talked extensively about this, and she was like, you're going to get that. You're going to get that no matter what. It's just the name of the game, right? You're going to get cheaters. And why don't you just keep the contest going and then just weed out the cheater and then and ban them from the contest? I could do that. I'm still thinking about that. So we'll see what happens. For now, I'm just going to kind of wait it out a bit and see what happens. So let's get to the store. Let's get to the premium shop and stop talking about this. You have the gist of it. I haven't made a choice yet. And again, contest doesn't really affect a lot of people. There's only a handful of people who play it anyway. So as at this point, it doesn't really affect everyone on this channel who watches the channel. So because, as I said, not everyone plays it, and it's like it's at that point of where, well, I can run the channel and still get the same views and still get the same people helping out the animals that I do. I might lose 2 or 3 people. Okay, well, you know what? You have to kind of accept that. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I'll just turn into like a normal channel that every other YouTuber does. Boring, schmoring, blah blah blah. Watch my videos. Oh, let me play Dreamlight Valley. Oh, look at me. I'm not going to play Dreamlight Valley any different than any other Dreamlight Valley YouTuber does or any other gamer. They're all the same. It's the same game. It's just, it just depends on who you're willing to listen to. It depends on who you're willing to listen to yammer on, right? That's the only difference. The only thing, paying people money was the one thing that kind of stood out on this channel. The other thing, of course, is helping out shelter animals. There's other YouTubers that are out there that are just in it for themselves. They're there to line their pockets with your money, with your time, and they take their proceeds and they put it into their own pocket. They go out and buy a Snickers bar or whatever they do with your money. I myself will still continue to give 100% of the proceeds from this channel, whether I'm running a contest or not, to shelter animals. In fact, if you look on my X today, last night I decided to throw in on a dog named Chef Boyardee. The person decided to say, if we can get an adopter, I will pay you $100 for a Chewy gift card to any adopter who pulls this dog out of the shelter. Will anyone match me? Well, your old friend Greg decided to take the YouTube money and say, I will match you $100 on that card. So I have matched the donation for $100 for Chef Boyardee. So any adopter or any foster, so far, I think we got $300 on that card now. I'm going to match it for $100. I have used my YouTube money, some of it, for that. All right, so that is happening. That goes to show that even if I don't do contests, we're still going to be supporting the animals. And I have matched the donation for Chef Boyardee. Hopefully we can save him and get a foster or an adopter to pull him. If you're watching this video, I'm going to put it on X. Chef Boyardee needs to be pulled. You will get at least I think it's $300 right now. Could be more. But I have matched the original poster's donation. If you pull Chef Boyardee of $100, I have matched it. And good to go. So please save Chef Boyardee. We're going to continue to help the animals on this channel, even if I don't have a contest. And again, if you're a shitheel that has decided to cheat my animals, to cheat your way through and line your own pockets, you greedy son of a bitch, show yourself out of my channel. Here's the door. Get the F out. Sorry about the swearing, but that's how I feel. Get the F out. Here's the door. Goodbye. Right? One subscriber gone. I don't care. I don't really give a rat's ass. It's a lot better that you're not here, that you're not on this channel, because you're not the kind of person that I want around. So if you know, listen, you know who you are. So please, show yourself out. Goodbye. Let's carry on for the people who are still here. Let's carry on. I'm going to go outside, and we're going to look at the premium shop. We're going to go check out Scrooge's store. And then we will do the dogs for today, the dogs and cats from the X page. And that will end the video. We're going to do it quickly here because we are running out of time. Let's check the premium shop for today. What do we have that's new? We've got decorative pixie dust mill. I like that. 3,000. I'm not sure if it's worth 3,000, but I like the little, what is it, the water mill? What is that thing called? I forget now. It's is it on here? The water thing. I forgot what they're called now. Anyway, it has that dust mill. So, nice. I'm not sure if it's... I mean, that looks pretty nice. But, we'll see. We got the puff air balloon for $1,500. Not bad. Not bad. No, I don't want... Stop trying to get me to buy moonstones. You got the Mickey pumpkin. Oh, I like that. I might get that. I like the pumpkin topia. Halloween's coming, folks, right? Halloween's coming. It's just the start of summer, and Halloween's coming. I might pick that up. I like that. I don't know. It's always weird to me, and I'm going to be a little crude here, but every time I see that Mickey Mouse pumpkin, it looks like he has a pair of boobs on his head. I don't know. That's just me. But it does. It looks like he's got a pair of boobs on his head. And it just... I'm sorry to say. But it just... yeah, it looks that way. I showed that to Allie, I think, around Halloween time. I'm like, look at this. It's kind of... He's got... Yeah, you know. Night Castle Wall we have for $2,000. We've got the scholarly baby dragon. How cute is that? $2,000. I might pick that one up. I think it's cute. Very cute. We've got the Stealthy Space Ranger, 20% off. We've got Tinkerbell's House, 10% off to $2,700. We have the Tinkerbell House bundle for $2,000. Boy, they are really pushing the old, the Tinkerbell stuff this time. We have the Golden Clarion bundle. There you have it. I think that's the suit or the clothes. Yeah, it's the dress, the crown, and the wings for that bundle. All right, there you have it. That's the store for today, everyone. Let's go check out Scrooge's before we do comments and all the other good stuff that we do here on the channel. So yeah, let's take a quick run up to see what we've got in the old shop today. I hope that y'all have a good day. I know it hasn't started off well on the channel, but you know, sometimes you got to be real, and you have to you got to be honest, and you got to do the right thing, and it might hurt, but you got to do the right thing, and that's the way that this channel is always going to be. Look at this. What do we have? I already have that, whatever it is. Plants of some sort. It doesn't seem like I can never get all these things bought, all these pieces of like uh, these tabletop things. I can never get them all. We have the stove, already have it. Got all this stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got this thing. That's 3,000. That's a lot of cannoli. So I gotta say that in honor of my granddad, my good old granddad. We were talking about him last night. My mom was over talking about my grandfather, and my mom always gets kind of teary. Then I get kind of teary because it's, you know, when my mom starts to get teary, I get teary. So we were talking about my grandfather, her father, last night. He was such a great man. He was an Italian man. My grandparents owned an FTD flower shop for like 60 years. They used to run an FTD shop. They had it was like a flower shop. It had tons of greenhouses. I think like probably 12 or 13 greenhouses in the back. It had an attached Hallmark shop. So my grandparents owned a Hallmark greeting card shop where it had like the Hallmark cards. It had the Hummels, right? You know, the Hummels that had that. A Hallmark shop. If you walk into a mall and you see a Hallmark shop, that's what my grandparents used to own. They owned a Montgomery Ward outlet, a video store. My uncles owned a bar. They all owned this. It was just this Italian family, and most of them never worked for anyone but themselves. My uncles had a bar. My grandparents had the flower shop, Montgomery Ward outlet, Hallmark shop. My grandfather was just an amazing man. My grandmother, yeah, not so much. My grandma and I did not get along, but I'm not going to get into that deal. But my grandfather and I got along quite well. It was very, yeah, I'm not even going to get into the family dynamics. But my grandfather, we were talking about him, and my mom gets teary-eyed. My grandfather was cool. He was cool. He was a cool dude. And my grandmother wasn't. She's gone now, and so is he. But my mom, you know, when we talk about it, it's just reminiscing. And check out this door. Wow, that is nice. French Quarter arch door from The Princess and the Frog. I'm gonna buy that. That is very nice. But yeah, my granddad was just an awesome dude. And I'm so happy to be able to honor him in small ways. And my mom, you know, you always cry when your mom gets teary-eyed. Just because it's your mom, you get teary-eyed too. Look at this. What is 6,000? What is it? Wonderland Maze Portal. That is so cool. Thank you so much. I am buying that for sure. All right. Look at this. See what I mean? You could never get these things. Never run out. You're always buying them. Oh man, we need to laugh today a little bit. Look at this. Do we have this already? I already have them. Monsters Inc. posters. I like those. I guess I already own them. I don't know. I haven't put them up. I will now though that I know I have them. That is it for the store.
Could use a few more sleds around here.
I'm gonna go to the Wonderland area and put up the new maze tree. If I ever get out, there we go. Get out of here. Map it. Let's go to Wonderland. Very quick, like. And then we will move along to. I'm going to put down this tree, though. Where am I going to put it? I got so much. This would be a good spot. Right here. How's that? I am full. I got to visit the. I got to visit the inventories. There we go. That's perfect spot for that. Right there. Look at maybe need to move it a little bit. Here, let's move it over here. Let's move it back and over. I think that's good. And what do I have? Can I put topiary around that? Can I go back to there? Go back down, gray. All right. Yeah. We got some topiary here. We can add just to. I don't want to turn it. I just want to. There we go. Let's put it right there. Here we go. Just to make it a little more attractive. Boop, boop, boop. And a corner. I'll have to buy some more of these just to... I'm just going to separate it a little bit. There we go. Perfect. How's that look? I think it looks mighty fine. I need some more. Maybe we can go around and yeah, but I think it looks good. Yeah, it kind of, yeah, I like that. I do. It kind of mix it right in. I think I should move this thing now, the Curious Labyrinth, and put that maybe if I turned it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's just turn this. What do you think? Turn it this way? You can maybe put more hedging to here, and then I think that's a good idea. We'll put some more hedging right to here. And then we'll just be able to go in through. I think that's cool. A nice little square. Awesome. Nice job, Gray. Thank you very much. I'm good at like complimenting myself, aren't I? How? Jeez, Gray. Gray, you're terrible. I like the way it looks, though. Look at this. We got the cat, Cheshire Cat topiary, right here. It's perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Look at all this dream life.
I know. All right, everyone. Let's see. Do we have any comments today? I don't think we do. I think most of the community stuff is most of the keywords are out for the contest. I think the last ones are up, so that is completed. What do we have for? There's not much. Happy Tuesday from Brenda. Thank you. Happy Tuesday, Gray, and everyone. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. What else do we have? We got some keywords there from the contest. Brenda says, I too have read and owned the Dark Tower series, but when King wrote himself into the book, it ruined it for me. I think that's a bit of a spoiler for people who haven't read the Dark Tower series. I'm sorry about that. It took me away from the suspension of belief. Well, I don't know, because there's a lot in the Dark Tower series that I did not believe. You know, I'm not going to spoil it, because a lot of people haven't read the books, but, I mean, it's fantasy. There wasn't a lot that I believed in anyway when it comes to the Dark Tower. I saw it for what it is, and I didn't believe any of it. I mean, some of it was really cool. I think it's probably the best series that Stephen King has. I had a chat with Allie about this. Allie's, like, her favorite from Stephen King is The Stand. I have yet to read The Stand. I have yet to watch the series. When I was writing more, and I've kind of moved on a bit from my writing and kind of gone into, because I've run that to a point of where I have some books out there and stuff, but I would never read a book prior to retiring from writing, because I used to be a journalist, and I was writing books at the same time, trying to get them published, and while I was working as a journalist. And I would never read novels from authors because I always felt that it would take away from my own writing. I would start incorporating their sound, their writing into my own. I didn't want it to like invade my headspace. I didn't want the way they sounded in my head to show in my writing. So I avoid reading books from other people for that reason. But now that I've kind of semi-retired from that, and I've kind of moved into the AI spectrum now over the last 2 years. I still write, but AI has kind of taken over that field. So luckily, I got established in it long before AI came along. So I have the connections, I have the agents, I have that kind of thing already in place long before AI came out. So I'm already secure. I already have my foothold in that area. But I've just kind of moved on a little bit and done other things because I can. I don't need to write. I don't need to do any of that stuff to survive anymore. So I've kind of moved on into AI, and that's where a lot of my interest has been for the last 2 years. But not to get off the path, I stopped reading books when I was writing, when I was working in journalism, when I was writing books, because I didn't want to take on someone else's voice. I wanted to keep my voice my own when I was writing books, so that way, I wasn't leeching off someone else because I was reading their books, but writing my own, and then I would find that their, like the voice in my head was, was theirs. So I was like, don't read anything from anyone else. So I didn't read The Stand. I didn't watch the movies, but Allie loves The Stand, and she swears it's much better than the Dark Tower series. I have been reading the Dark Tower series. There's eight of those books for a long time, and I love them all. I thought it was probably the best series. I like Pet Sematary. I saw Pet Sematary. In fact, when I was working in journalism, that was one of the first movies that I reviewed. I used to work for the entertainment section for a long time, and Pet Sematary is one of the first movies that I reviewed as a young journalist. was Pet Sematary, and yeah, it was pretty scary. And then I read the book, and Stephen King's a master storyteller. He's not a very good writer. If you look at his writing, he has a lot of weird. I'm not saying he's not a good writer. He's a great storyteller. As far as writing goes, I mean, all right, read his books. But he's a storyteller, right? I don't call him a writer. He writes books, but he does stories much better. But because some of it to me of his writing is confusing. A lot of it, it's like he's trying to explain something out of his own mind that, it's like trying to explain a color. It's trying to describe a color. I think that's how I get from some of his writing. Is like I'm trying to read his description of him describing a color, But I love his storytelling. So an amazing storyteller. Love Stephen King, and the Dark Tower series so far is my favorite. I am going to attempt to read The Stand. It's like 1,400 pages. It's a big book. Allie has them all. She's a collector of books. She has a library in our house. She has her own library, and she collects books. And she's got every Stephen King book that you can name, and she got a couple of mine. So, but Stephen King, yeah, absolutely. She's got that. She's got Robin Cook and Dean Koontz. She loves all those. But yeah. So anyway, that is what I mean about that. So, but yeah, to answer your question, Brenda. To me, it's all fantasy, so incorporating himself into it was just part of the fantasy, so I'm kind of cool with that. All right, let's get to the dogs here. We're running out of time. Yeah, we got to go. So we're going to do this really quick. I want to talk about the Mario Kart AI scandal. If you want to, people are complaining about that they're using AI in the new Mario Kart game, but sorry, I had to cough. But you know what? I think you should just, whether or not it's is it a scandal? I don't know. I really don't know. Is it a scandal? I think you just have to realize that AI is pretty much going to be used in a lot of things, including contests, apparently. But you're going to have to deal with it. That's just the way it is. AI is going to be used. Companies are going to use it as a cost-saving means, a means to an end to save cost. And unfortunately, it's probably going to cost people jobs. Nintendo says, no, we didn't use AI. I think just by answering, they kind of, it's like, but they're saying that that AI was used in some of the assets, some of the billboards and the background scenes in the new Mario Kart world that are in the game. And I gotta say, so I'm like, it's gonna happen. AI is part of the world now. AI is amazing. All right, AI is solving a lot of problems. It's helping cancer research. It's helping medicine. You have to expect it when it comes to art because people are, again, companies don't give a rat's ass about anything but the bottom line, right? They don't love their games as much as you love their games. They're there to create the games to sell a product, and they're there about the bottom line. So using AI will save them money. It will save them on artists, and that's what they're going to do. They don't give a rat's butt about anything else. So that is, I think that's just a necessary evil now. So whether or not, is it a scandal? Probably not. Some people will call it a scandal, but it is what it is. I think we just have to kind of understand that it's just a necessary evil. And AI is going to be a part of your world no matter what. It's going to touch you in odd ways, whether it's good or bad. I love AI. I love working in it. It is, to me, the new frontier. It does have some negative aspects to it, but I mean, we just have to adjust. We have to adjust. But that is what's going on with Mario Kart World. So, I'm not impressed with the new Nintendo. I mean, I have my reservations right now until they come out with something that is just groundbreaking. But I just have my reservations about it early on. I don't really need to play Mario Kart World. It's just the same thing, going around in circles in Mario Kart. There's no innovation there. There's nothing new. It's the only thing that interests me right now is the Donkey Kong game. That's coming out in July, and I can wait on that. So until they come out with something that I really want to play, I don't know if they will. A new Mario game maybe or something, not Mario Kart World. Maybe a new Luigi's Mansion. That'd be fun. But it's just not going to sell the system for me. So I'm not going to pay $500 to play Mario Kart World. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but it's just not enough to push me over the edge for the Nintendo Switch 2. All right, we've got Fastball. Fastball is at NYCACC, that crap hole. I'm sorry, today has been kind of like cursing filled to the brim on this channel. I apologize for that, but you're going to have those days. I am not going to be playing through the Doom because of, it's just long videos. I am going to be doing shorts for Doom, but I'm going to be doing shorts for Fortnite. My main games that are going to be long form will be No Man's Sky and Clair Obscur. Once Clair Obscur is done, then it will of course revert to something different. But until then, short form will be Doom. I won't be doing anything as far as the main game. It's kind of boring, honestly. But I do like to find the collectibles. I will put those up as shorts. The codexes and that kind of thing. But other than that, because, the hour-long videos, they are what they are. I just don't want to be, it will be narrowed down to shorts, and that will be the extent of Doom on this channel. Dreamlight Valley will always continue, will always be here, and that is for the animals. The whole channel's for the animals. So we've got Fastball, ID number 219336, 3 years old, is at Manhattan. And NYCACC is a crap hole, and they kill the animals regularly. They're scumbags there. I'm going to repost Fastball. Please help out Fastball. Of course, as I said, I have matched the $100 donation for Chef Boyardee. So if an adopter or a foster, Chef Boyardee has got donations waiting. My $100 is waiting to be donated. On behalf of my lovely people here on the channel, it is on behalf of Greymane Gaming as a whole, this $100 donation, and I thank everyone who has become part and who is honest and loyal. I thank you all, the ones that matter. So thank you so much for helping out these beautiful animals. Let's see, what do we have? What does this say? Yesterday was the first day this year more dogs left NYCACC via adoption or going to fosters. All right, right on. Thank you so much. That's awesome. We've got Leo, A634212. Owners surrender as having too many animals. Well, isn't that your fault for having too many animals, you stupid idiot? Owners surrender with his mom. A lab retriever mix. Harris County, Texas, 281-999-3191. Some idiot that says, "Oh, I've got too many animals." Well, you know what? You knew that ahead of time, you dumbass. Leo, A634212, came in with his mom, and out-of-state adoptions, 281-999-3191, Harris County, Houston, Texas. Please help him. He's a beautiful little puppy, and some stupid ass dropped him and his mom off because I've got too many animals now because I don't know how to spay or neuter. I don't have the money. You know what? You're a dumbass. I hope these people watch this channel and I can call them a dumbass to their face. Oh, because you are. You are. Sorry. You know what? Maybe I should just start swearing on this. You guys don't want to hear me swear all the time because I swear worse than a truck driver because I've got an Italian temper and listen, I cannot stand dumbass people. I just am at that point in my life where I can only tolerate so much stupidity and I have to say it. I mean, I do stupid things too, let's be honest, but the point being is that I don't consciously let my animals breed. In fact, Allie and I brought Oz and Yara to get their re-up shots, right? He got his Bordatello shot yesterday, and he got his second distemper shot yesterday, or whatever it is. You know, when you go for the first shots, then you have to go back within a month and get the second shots. Well, they got their second shots yesterday, and Oz is getting prepared to be neutered in June. He had to have this Bordatello. I think it's for kennel cough. He had to get that shot in order to be neutered. So he is on his way to being neutered very, very soon. And he's not happy about it. He was not a happy camper yesterday. He came home and slept. He was mad at us for a while. But he had a long day. He got shots, and they put Cheese Whiz on a plate, and they distract him, and then they jab him in the butt. And he and Yara got that done, and they are a handful when we're driving. So, and I always worry because we had to stop half at a store. We had to pick up pizza because we had a small party last night. We had a family member that had a birthday. My mom was over and stuff, and we had that, so we had to stop. And we had pizza in the car with two dogs that wanted to go home, and it was hot out yesterday, and it was just we were glad to be home. But yeah, they got their vet appointment yesterday, all done. They're all vetted up, and Oz will be going to be neutered very soon. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to let my dog have puppies. That's the responsible thing to do, and so yeah. All right, we're going to share these dogs here one more time. They are on Kill Command. There's a few of them. King Bubblegum, Oreo Pound Cake, Leo, Max, Polo, Franklin Saint, and Jax. They are all needing homes, so please, I'm going to repost them. We got a female terrier, little baby girl. She's very tiny. A5699141 at Lancaster, Los Angeles, another crap hole. She needs a home. That's in Los Angeles. Their number, we're going to hurry here because I'm 661-940-4191 for Bonita. She's a white terrier, very small dog. And her ID number is A5699141 for Bonita. Beautiful little girl. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm going to post more on my X page, so please repost. And of course, Chef Boyardee, we have matched the $100 donation on behalf of Gray Man Gaming. Thank you again, everyone, for doing that. Be the best person that you can be today. Don't be as good as you're going to be tomorrow, but be better than you were yesterday. Have a magical day, everyone. Thank you for listening to me once again rant and rave. And I will see you all in future videos.